by overcommitting. We have to, like I said, you can't do that. That is illegal. All right, let's look at this next one. Make sure my downloads work. All right, let's look at this one. Okay, so bans are fine. I don't really care about the bans. It's always team specific. Man, my dog is just going nuts today. So I think I like the first pick to Jinx. I think the first pick to Jinx is really good. The answer with Caitlyn, which is interesting to me. I have seen Caitlyn going up in priority, it feels like. I don't think that's the proper answer to Jinx in the current meta. I actually think you match her with a like a Twitch, Karthus, Ashe. So Ashe tends to be a negator because of how her abilities work. She tends to be like a anti-hyper carry, as Twitch is very similar. Still 55%. So yeah, I think the proper answers for them are Ashe, Twitch, and then if you want to go in AP, Karthus and Seraphine are the answers. So I think the Caitlyn it's like whatever. You still have a fairly, it's not like advantageous to, it's more advantageous for the Jinx in this matchup, which is good. As for the rest of the draft, I like Zac. I like Nautilus. I think Jinx Nautilus is a really good standard combo. Nautilus does a good job of setting up the Jinx traps, so I like the front line. They don't have a lot of ways to deal with the front line currently. They pick Udyr, so Udyr could be flex top. I actually think Udyr top is very strong right now. I think he is at the beginning of the season he was really meta for pro play, and then he kind of fell off, and now I actually think he's stronger than he was last split. So I'm surprised that they don't flex him top, but they may not play it. So they pick Udyr. We respond with Zac. Nami is. I also don't like the Nami pick for them. I don't think it pairs super well with Caitlyn. You want something more bully style. I would prefer like a Karma. Something that sets up the traps. Lux. I mean, the standard one is Lux Morgana, right? Like that's like the OGs with Caitlyn. Anyone that can layer the traps really easily. You can also do engage, but I don't think Nami has set up for a trap, so I don't like their bot lane combo here. I think to take advantage of this lane, they needed to pick a Lux Morgana type, where the Nami is something with poke. And with Nautilus in the play, I probably would have gone with Morgana. Silas, this guy really likes Silas. I don't know why. I don't think Silas blind is great. I mean, I think the champion is strong, but that's like I don't think he's a great blind. I actually think Gwen's a fine pick here. I think Gwen Syndra are decent picks here. Riven gets answered into the Gwen. What's another matchup? I don't see enough Rivens to be like, ooh, I know what this matchup is. Let's look at the data on this matchup. Let's check it. I guess it's even, based on how each champion wants to play, but it could be. Oh wow, it's very heavy favored in Riven. So historic. It's about it's favorite driven. Definitely favorite driven. Okay, that's enough. So it's definitely favorite driven. So that's a good pick by them into us. I think that overall, though, I think our draft has the tools. Nugget just has to play safe in this lane. Unfortunately, when you're blinding top, you do have to do that. I think if you're looking for better blinds top, I think you're Renekton. I think Aatrox. Obviously, I don't know how much time you put on the Aatrox, but the picks blind top. Gwen's okay, but Renekton's easier. Zac is a fairly decent blind top. Udyr, I mean, it was picked, but there's a couple other champions other than Gwen that are better blind, but I think Gwen has the tools to be able to play safely. Just has to actually do it. All right. And I talked to, sorry, the last one I wanted to go into, we picked Syndra. So I think Syndra's in a weak spot right now. That being said, it fits really well with our composition. The style, I think there's some other champions that can fit a similar role. I think there's other champions that fit a similar role. I think you could have gone on Nivea here. And a Nivea would have been fine. There was another one I mentioned, a Pity. That I can't remember off the top of my head who the other one was that I mentioned. Trying to think. It was Anivia was one of them. It's like range. It really what you wanted. What was the other champion? That's gonna drive me crazy. There was another champion that I was like, ah, oh, Nivea could have been good. Let's look. Let's see. Asol. That was the other one. I don't know how Asol does into Silas. Oh, it's Tristana. Alright, my bad, guys. It's Tristana. The draft lied to me. I now think their draft is really bad. I think they watch too much G2. I think Tristana is a weird pick here. I don't think it adds, like, they're trying to take turrets. Like I said, they didn't do the rest of the composition right for it though. So I think Syndra, they have a very short range except for, well, they have Tristana, Kate. So the job here of Syndra is to one shot somebody. That's what Syndra's job always is. I think she's got good disengage. She has some good tools, and she has Nami, who she can always one shot, which is good. Kate and Triss can build in a way that they won't get one shot, and Udyr and Riven won't be able to be one shot. Usually when Syndra is really strong in power, she's able to one-shot people very easily or has to disengage. So I think pairing it with the Jinx was really important for this draft to work properly, as you needed a carry that you compete with, because I don't think Syndra's normal damage output is particularly good. Obviously, if you hit the balls and everything like that, it can work really, really well. I just think that there's currently some other ones that do pretty much her same job, but a little bit better. But I think I saw part of this game, and I do think that you played the Syndra properly and well, so I don't think it's like, oh man, like Syndra was a terrible pick. I just think there was maybe a little bit better picks, such as Anivia. Though I don't know how Anivia does into Tristana. I thought it was Silas, so... I think you need to be more careful with your W usage. Like, why are we Wing there? She just burnt, so like your W here, I think you're doing it to like make it so she can't trade, but she had just used her abilities now are on CD, but like when you use it, let's look. She had just traded. I guess it's right at the end. So maybe you timed it perfectly. I just feel like that's a weird usage of your W there. Like that was. That's like your tanky stats, right? So I think that's just a bad usage of your W. Yeah, you're playing really scared. You're just jumping away and stuff. Okay. This is I have seen this before, where I've seen Pity do the exact same thing, where he is positioning the wave and the enemy champion runs directly behind him. I have no idea how you guys don't realize, because Pity has done the same thing. I've literally watched him do the same thing in a scrim. This pathing right here that she does, she's notice what she's been playing. She's playing back here, and that's how you normally standardly play, right? That's how you should be positioning. It's within your own wave to zone. The fact that how far she sprints ahead, this is the most obvious gank I have ever seen in my life. If this person's positioning like this, I'm instant running to this. Like I'm angling right here. I'm running here, and I'm gonna run down. You can't take a straight shot because she'll get on you. You have to try and angle it away. It's the ribbons, so she may get on you still. But you can use your W well. But then you walk forward, Nugget. You walk forward in this. That's crazy. That you're allowing her to position. You literally allowed her to make it so you can't get here. There's no now. She has complete wave or complete control of your escape route. Like that. That is a hey. You need to be paying attention to what the enemy is doing. You can't like I don't know what you're. I don't know what the thought process is here. I think this is, and I understand like maybe I'm saying this like from a higher rank or elo perspective. This is like I said that once she starts walking past the wave right here, I'm already bailing. I already know a gank is coming. The fact that she's so far ahead right now, this is really, really bad. So I think you need to be a little more cognizant of things happening around you and what your laner is doing and their tails, right? Like they're right now the Riven is telling you that there's a gate coming because of how she positioned. And it's like poker, right? Like she played all her cards and you just didn't realize. It was like you didn't know the rules of poker. You're like, oh cool, that's a flush. Whatever, I win, right? Still, that's how that works. And you lost. So yeah, I think that I think it was super obvious. There's no way you get out of this. That was a good all-in bot lane. You got hit by a bubble. I think if you flash the bubble, you kill, but that's okay. And then, again, you do the same thing, Nugget. Like, you are allowing her, like, I understand you're trying to push the wave in. They were just top. At this point, you have to say, hey, Ray, I cannot walk up here. Will you come and help me? This is impossible for me. And he has to come just bail you out because Udyr was just top. You should know that he should still be here. And then you literally the same reason, the same telltale situation. Oh, hey, she's behind me. My turret is she's in between me and my turret. Like I don't know what to say here. It was super bad. Oh, look at Taddy with the moves. You can't walk up. You literally can't walk up. Let her auto, like, you literally just have to not fight. Like I said, you can't walk up. You have to, you need to call your jungler to come help you break the wave, or you need to play back until the wave pushes into you. standing in position to where she can get to you is why you are in this mess. It's only 1,200 gold lead, so it's not super bad. And they try and run you down again. Is Zach coming to the rescue? Question mark? Oh, wait. Zach didn't come. They played that so... I don't know why they would dive you there. I think that's really crazy, really ballsy for you to jump in there. You need to call Nugget to either come or help you, or Syndra needs to be there. But again, it's that they have. You didn't know Nami was there. You should be able to. I don't know if they're communicating it. They should be communicating, saying, "Hey, Nami is not bot lane," and we should respect that. So I think that you jumping in here could have, if the Tristana doesn't chase here, you at least have to burn flash. Tristana chased into it for some reason. And bot lane, I think this is the right play. I think at this point you just say, hey, we are giving those top. We're taking turrets. The other thing too that you could do, this would screw up your pathing a little bit, but I think running down here and trying to dive this while they are doing these top, while this person's here that we see them, I think creating a dive of some sort is a really good opportunity. So if we know, and this is part of the pathing, I think at this point, you still cannot contest these. Riven had died, whatever, but like Riven is still significantly stronger than Nugget. Nugget is down 800 gold, and this early in the game, that's pretty significant. I mean, this guy has a Warhammer and a pickaxe to our plated steel caps and amplifying tome. Like, it's not a great spot. And we know Nami is here. I think we could have made the active decision of, hey, we made the realization, I guess. There's no way we can contest this currently because Riven is just a lot stronger and Tristana has perma-prio. We'll contest the next ones. Let's set up a dive on to these guys. And what we could have done is we send Zach down, obviously, and if Syndra can clear out, she comes down as well. So I think seeing what the enemy team is doing and making something, like if you're in a weak spot on a certain side of the map and they're making a play on that side of the map, the enemy team, you need to look to make a play on the opposite side of the map. So I think we missed an opportunity to make a play. And it looks like we traded actually a little bit. We're getting plates, which is good, but I really think this was we had burnt flash. I think it was a really good dive opportunity. We had flash ignite too, like super good dive. And hey, we do it after the fact? Good try. But yeah, so I think that dive was a little late. We needed to prep that. I think it was really easy to prep for that if we would have taken the time to discuss it and prep for it. But right now, Nugget, there's no way he's fighting homie Riven here. Clean up. Zach coming in. Unfortunately, Gwen got nothing for that. That sucks. Honestly, oh, Taddy, a little too far. I honestly think bot lane has been playing this really well. The fact that how we set this up is so good. Good flash too. I think we just communicate here. Like, Primus, I think if you auto there, you hadn't autoed her. I think she dies if you auto there. So I think the communication just needs to be there. There was not enough of the communications. I think you auto her and maybe she gets out. They TP on you. Tristana does. Gwen needs to... I think we do this too. I think Nugget, you tend to do this, is screw the wave, man. Go help your team. Like, you tend to get so focused on the wave, you're late to the rotations. At this point, you should be rotating over and get the grubbies. That's what's important right now. You're a little late on this. I think you guys can go back in and fight. I think that fight could have gone like that either way. And they get out. So yeah, I think we just... Sometimes you gotta be willing to sacrifice stuff to help your team, and I think that was one of the places to do that. Oh, he hooked the wrong... Did he, W the wrong way? Is that what I just saw? Oh, he tried to do it to the side? Killed himself. Oh, I didn't die. Dang. Yeah. Race to get first turret. Oh, you one-shots him? Hello? We got first turret for it too. Worth it. That would have been a sweet rocket if that would have hit. Well, yeah, and I get what he's trying to do. It's not his wave. Like, it's not just the fact that it's not his wave. Like, it is what it is. He's trying to put prio. It being his wave or not doesn't matter. He should, and in a vacuum, he rotated over to mid and he should push the wave. That is the correct decision. The problem is we're contesting these grubbies and he's pushing the wave, and so it's the priority of things, right? The priority should be like contest grubbies, push in mid. Get enemy jungle. I don't know, something like that. Or Ray was on the right call of, oh yeah, let's push mid, or let's get grubbies, and Nugget was like, no, pushing the waves is more important. Essentially, what he's saying with those movements. Again, I don't think it's the quote unquote it's not your lane. I don't think it's the right thing to say, because based on how, like, if you want to really go back, yes, it is. That is his wave now. How the rotation went, we're going way back. I don't think at this point in the game, I don't think that exists. I think that him pressuring this is good. Like, but he needs to rotate over. I almost got a kill there. But because Syndra had died, like, so once this wave crashes, he needs to say no plates and he needs to run over here. But with how the rotation, like, she is rotating top. Like, this is how the rotation should go. Do we really have TP and aren't using it? Why are we running? Are we afraid to dive? I don't understand. We should TP top on Syndra first. That should be the rotation. Is Gwen crashes this wave, rotates over, and Syndra TP's top. It's not the fact that it isn't his quote-unquote wave. I think the rotation made it so it was his wave. But it was no, the grubbies are more important and give more value than one plate does. So I think that's the rotation. It has nothing to do with, it's not his wave. It's all about the level of importance, because in a rotation like this, how this should have rotated, it should have been his wave. That wave is Gwen's. It's his for the time being. While it may be short, it is his lane. But once the wave crashes, it should be a rotation over to grubbies. I'm a little tilted that we didn't TP to this. Manga should have TP'd to top. Okay, anyways, so let's fast forward again. Did I miss it by? Did I go too far? I did go too far. Now we're in the right spot. You got the first turret, which is huge. Riven gets out, unfortunately. Why are we contesting this top? Like, you can't, again, this is, no, you gotta understand your wave states. Like, once she shows up, you leave. Like, you have zero, you 100% can't fight that. You have to leave. That's it. Huge. Nice job. Way to go in. Way to talk about it. Oh, way to tank that for Taddy as well. Good job, guys. I think you guys are... I think... Oh, man. Is that going crazy? Oh, yeah, sir. I think you guys are playing... I think the bot lane is playing fairly well this game. I think Ray has played extremely well this game. I think there's been a couple times where he made... There's just some misreads, but I think overall this game, Ray has carried this early game. I think bot lane played their laning phase very well as well. I do think we need to, the one thing, I mean, my one critique for it is with top going as poorly as it's going, we need to be looking to make plays on the opposite side of the map. Like I said, away from their strength, they continually go top. We need to be making plays. It's like that dive opportunity we had around the grubby timers. We could have dove the Caitlyn and probably got first turret then, instead of when we ended up getting it. So that's the one quote unquote critique, is just understanding what's actually important. And what we can trade if we're weak on one side of the map. We don't have the choice to play towards that side of the map. We have to make plays on the opposite side of the map. We kind of tried to contest those first grubbies when we could have. Said, no, we're going to dive bot lane instead. Oop, Primus was a little too far out there. Oh, man. This is good, Taddy. Good spacing, Taddy. That was really good. Looked a little too far up. That was really, I think overall, that was pretty good attack move spacing. I do think that is something we could continue to work on a little bit more, Taddy. It's just as attack moves. I think we sometimes aren't perfect on them, so I think that that's something that we should continue to work on, is being able to use those attack moves. But I think overall that fight you played really well. Your spacing on the Riven was really good. We're in a great state right now, except for top lane, who is down 2k gold. Everybody else though is up 2k gold, except for mid. You guys just gotta be careful here. Oh, Taddy gets the flash out. Oh, that's good. And then the Zac, they have no way to deal with this. With the Zac and the Nautilus. That killed him. Oh, great hook. Yeah, I mean, honestly, bot lane and jungle are hard carrying this one. We're farmed up in mid, which is good. Great call on the Baron take. I think overall, like I said, I think we played really, really well on the bot side and the jungle. Ray has just been solid. I think Ray's done or not Ray. Mango has done like a solid job in terms of, okay, I'm farming, I'm doing my thing. He hasn't been super impactful in team fights at this point yet, but I think he did what he's supposed to do in the mid lane, which is farm up. So I think I am okay with how this has gone so far. We got to be careful of flanks here. Good. How we should play this, honestly, if we have the vision, we should have wards on like probably on this side of the map. We try and create wards, which we do have one up here, but try and create some. Get one right here, probably one either here, here, a couple different spots where they can flank from, and then you hug the opposite side. So I think you need to pick. You could also ward this side and hug this direction, though. You know Riven's top side, and she's the strong point currently. So I would hug here, and I would hug here. I would ward here, and hug this side, even though there's more of them here. I do also think you guys can't break the rules here. What are the rules of split pushing? Because you guys are doing a 1-3-1 currently. It's not a 1-3-1 composition, but you are 1-3-1ing. He isn't pushed past to this point. He can't match here so he should be pushing here. And Syndra's not pushed. So even though your wave is here, you guys need to back off. But you do. This is good. You guys back off to get Drake. I'm fine with that. Good catch. I don't know why they're still there. Good claps. Nice. That is the one thing Syndra does well, is if she hits that stun, you can one-shot people. Especially with the Jinx next to you. Like I said, I like that pairing overall. So we're moving as a group of 4, so we're 1-4ing right now. I think because Riven is showing here, we can do this. You guys, even though you're technically breaking the rules, 1, you know that the Tristana was down here. 2, the Riven is here. So I think this is fine. You can break the rules because of the knowledge you have on the rest of the map. Yeah, sir. All right, and that should be game. Honestly, I think that bot lane and jungle played this game extremely well. I think Nugget, after you died the 5th time, you started to play with a little bit more of a brain, for lack of a better word. But I think we just need to be a little, I think you guys played this composition, and this is more standard to what we usually do. I think you guys played this really, I think, like I said, bot lane and jungle played this game extremely well. Alright. Let's look at draft 3.